Hello, hi, and welcome to Empathic Fire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Taurus in mid-August 2021. What's going on, Taurus? How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Friends, welcome to mid-August, wherever you are in the world. I hope you are safe, happy, healthy, and secure, Taurus. Please take good care of yourselves and those that you know and love, okay? No announcements here in mid-August, so anything you want from me, it's already in the description box. If you happen to want to place an order with me, but you have questions before you place the order, just email me at the same address, and I will answer you as soon as I can, okay? All right, Taurus, let's get into it. Messages for Taurus mid-August 2021. Show me, please. Messages for Taurus in mid-August 2021. When I say the timing on my videos, it's not that it has to happen at this time. It could resonate in your past moments or your future moments. The time I call is simply for cataloging purposes only. All right, the Magus, aka the Magician. Okay. Domination. Domination. Two of Wands in reverse. And at least one more, please, for Taurus. Some of you might be very frustrated at this time. Mother of Water, aka Queen of Cups. Could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but you don't have to be. And Magus is secondary major for Virgo or Gemini. Could be dealing with any sign, don't have to be. But yeah, it could be that some of you are finding yourselves frustrated. You could be tied up in some type of way or withheld. Situations that you're connecting with other people in, you might not be finding an inroad. You might not be able to find the type of resolution that you want, or plans or ideas that you've hatched are certainly not being received well. It could be all within yourself. It doesn't have to be with another person, but for most of you, I feel like it's another person that you're dealing with. This person, Mother of Water, could be them. They don't have to be your mother. They don't have to be female. And again, they don't have to be a water sign. But this person might have a different approach to things, and you're not necessarily appreciating that at this time. They have different needs than you. They have different demands than you. They have different requests than you. And although you're quite capable, and again, this can be vice versa, you know, take it all with a grain of salt, but you're capable. Whoever the Magus is very capable of doing things, not as this person wants, or, you know, to the letter, to the T, but I think it's a matter of not wanting to compromise with this person, or not wanting to compromise on the situation. This Magus right here on the card is dressed in business attire, so for some of you this is a workplace situation, and you simply don't want to negotiate or give in to a certain person's demands. It could be a timing issue. You don't have cards of time out here, but it feels like, you know, if certain things don't proceed or certain things don't happen by a particular deadline, the deal is wasted. The energy and effort that you put in thus far is wasted. Possibly the resources that you put in, money, could be wasted, because it does feel like this person over here, without intending it, is kind of screwing you in the deal. I don't think that this person, in most of your cases, is intentionally screwing you. I think by virtue of how they are, how they present themselves. Ooh, interesting. So for some of you, this isn't even someone that you know, but you share an energetic field, you share an energetic link with this person. You don't know them very well, if not at all. Not in many cases, but a few. So this is a person who, if it is a business deal, you've never met them, you've never talked to them directly, you've you know, talked through representatives or lawyers or something like that. So every conversation or every connection you've had with this person is by proxy. Yes? And this person, again, based on who they are or how they show up, is not necessarily aware of, or do they necessarily have the same drive as you. This person is kind of mellow. This person is kind of, I don't want to say detached, but they're not afraid of consequences, or whatever the consequences and results that you don't want, or that you don't want to deal with. This person thinks that, it's, you know, par for the course. They think it's very, it might be worth it in the end, or not worth it. If there are some type of consequences, this person simply just doesn't see a reason to be afraid of them or to be cautious of them or to be apprehensive about it. So this person is kind of, oh, okay. For some of you, this person and you might be dissolving a connection. This is transitioning, obviously. Some of you might be wanting things between you and this person to kind of part ways, and this person is like, no, I don't think so, right? They don't have to be a woman, doesn't have to be a water sign, but they have this vibe of like, no, no, and I don't know, Taurus. I feel like you're more capable than you are prepared to admit to yourself with this Mage's card in reverse and the Two of Wands in reverse. I think sometimes you want to deny that you have this ability. That you have this ability to reset the circumstances, rewrite the precedents that exist between you and this person, or that exist between, in the situation, in the relationship, in the scenario. So it's like you allow this person to hem and haw. You might allow this person to keep tapping on your resources, keep calling you up, or keep emailing you saying, oh, can we push the deadline? Oh, could you pony up another $500 because the project's not going to end on time and we need an extension, da 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 da. So maybe, just for the sake of argument, let's say you were the boss, Taurus, because that's what I'm feeling like this Magus energy is someone who is capable, somebody who has some type of influence, right? Some type of power, but doesn't utilize that power. And it could be because of who this person is to you or how you perceive them. If this is a client of yours, and maybe you work for them, but however they present themselves, however they show up, whatever they say, it doesn't allow you to do your job well. So this person, I think, gets over on you because you not simply, but because to a certain extent you don't want to hurt their feelings, you don't want to make them upset, possibly because of strategic means, as the Magus would be prepared to do. If you kind of upset them, you run the risk of burning a bridge with them and this person walks away. So they might be quite gentle or sensitive, I should say, not gentle, but sensitive, and you're aware of that. But at what cost? Because again, you're frustrated over here, not able to utilize your resources the way you want, not able to get results when you want, or drive towards a particular goal that you think is better for, the bigger picture, or better for your bottom dollar, whatever it is. And it's just like, for this person's sensibilities, like, who are they to you? Like, I'm not trying to shit on anything, and I'm not trying to say, like, screw them and screw their feelings, but I'm doing the reading for you, Taurus, and so what I see and what I feel is a person who is capable of moving things and getting the needle to go to a certain point down the line, but prevents themselves or allows another person to stand in their way. For what purpose? I understand sometimes it's strategic, but for some of you, maybe that's it. It's like it's a layered situation. For some of you, maybe this isn't just business. Maybe this is business with relatives. Maybe this is business with your spouse or your ex or, your neighbor or whoever, right? Maybe this is pleasure or personal situation, right? And so often when we do have personal relationships with people, we do defer to their sensibilities because we care about them. But again, to what end? How much sacrificing is actually necessary here? So I'm not going to clarify anything. If that resonates with you, you understand, and go ahead and, tailor it somewhat to your life. Don't make it fit if it doesn't, right? So I'm not going to clarify anything. We're just going to get more on the story here. So give me more information regarding the story for Taurus. And again, this can be vice versa. You could be the person over here hemming and hawing and kind of, well, no, and someone else is incredibly frustrated with you, okay? But let's get some more insight here. What else is going on for Taurus? Give me more insight into this story. What else is happening here for Taurus? Please show me. Three of Swords, grief. So, and the Empress. Okay, for some of you, straight up, this is your mother or a mother figure in your life. And the Strength in reverse. Wow. Okay. So for some of you, as I was hinting a moment ago, this is a mother figure in your life. Empress is secondary major for you, Taurus, and also for Libra. Could be dealing, don't have to be. And Strength, Leo. For some of you, you have, for lack of a better word at this moment, I don't know the details or the nuances, but it feels like a little bit of a codependent relationship, or if not codependent, some type of imbalanced relationship with your mother or mother figure, right? Or some person, regardless of gender, who you view through you view them tenderly, as someone to be protected, as someone to not be challenged, as somebody who you should be grateful for or grateful towards. You don't want to seem as if you're being selfish. You don't want to come off as being disinterested in what they feel, what they think, right? So you do have this feeling of your voice. You would say to this person, your voice, your opinion, your desires, they matter to me. They matter to me greatly. And that's it. You don't, well, maybe that's not it totally, but it's like you don't take the conversation further to illustrate, even though I do care about these things, we have to also consider how I feel in the situation and come to some type of compromise. And maybe that person hears you and says, oh yeah, you're right. But then they go back to their old ways, or they never really follow through with their end of the bargain, or they never come to the table with negotiated or renegotiated terms. They don't truly compromise. They say they do, but they don't really. So this Three of Swords, Strength in reverse, Empress, I get the sense that I don't know why you're doing this. Okay. For some of you, you might have emotional addictions. You know, Three of Swords is traditionally in tarot about heartbreak. Could be third-party situation, you know, that whole thing. But I don't know that that's necessarily here. It could be for a few of you, but I don't really sense that. At least not in the romantic sense. Third-party situation could be, again, like I just said, emotional addictions. Or actual drug addictions could be at play here, yes? And as such, let's say you were dealing with addiction of any type. Whomever the quote-unquote addict is, the person who has the issue, if it's mother of water, there's this fear of driving them towards their addiction. There's this fear of any type of, you know, hard line, we gotta change things up here, we have to implement new practices, or we have to implement new behavior here. It's gonna upset this person, and they're gonna go back into their habit, into their addiction. So there's this tightrope walk that you're doing, where if you go a little bit off to the left or a little bit off to the right, you could just fall to the floor, right? It's a tough spot to be in, Taurus, because it costs you personally. It exhausts you personally. You feel very, dare I say, weak at this time. You feel very... I want to say like running on empty, like your maybe that's also what you're doing. You're literally giving to this person, overly giving to this person. Give them the last dollar from your wallet. Give them the last, you know, ounce of gasoline in your tank. It's like, and it's not that this person here, they're not, how can I say it? They, in most of your cases, Taurus, do not come in ranting and raving. They don't come in making ultimatums in most of your cases. In some of your cases, they absolutely do. But the overwhelming energy that I get from the other side of this story is not knowing their impact, not knowing what sacrifices you or him or her or anybody else is making to cater to this person, to make this person comfortable, to not drive this person possibly into bad behavior. So I've danced around the word, but it just came to me now. So enabling. So you might be enabling this person and they don't necessarily view it that way or understand it that way, but that kind of is what's going on here. And you need not do it, because the Magus is capable of anything. Two of Wands in reverse, Strength in reverse. You simply need to, not simply need, but I can't even get into it because it's precarious. It's a precarious situation. Some of you are dealing with a person that you love dearly, that you care about dearly. Others of you, you're strategizing in business. You're trying to, satisfy your client, make sure that you get your little, quarterly bonus, etc., etc. So it's different for all of you, your reasons of doing this or your reasons of continuing to interact with this person in this way. See, they're like, nope. Don't say that. I'm like, okay, fine, I won't say that, because it's just my personal interpretation. I'm not a Taurus. I'm not dealing with a Taurus. This story doesn't mean nothing to me, but I'm not involved, so I can't really speak because I'm not a part of it, so I dare not speak on it. That's what we'll say. Okay, Taurus, whatever's going on here, I wish you luck with it. We're gonna get a card of advice, and then we're gonna wrap up. And this is hard. This is very difficult because for some of you, especially if it's a mom, your mother or a motherly figure in your life, a person of significance since your childhood or younger years, right? It's very hard to look at this person and criticize them. Some of you, you see it in this person's eyes. You remember it from your interactions with them that they have tried their best. They have really given it their all, and they have done the best they could the entire way. And so you're kind of feeling guilty about saying to this person, listen, I'm going to need you to step it up, or I'm going to need you to do it this way, or I'm going to need you to alter a few things because I feel I'm at the end of my rope. You understand? It's like, oh God. Let's get advice and then we're going to wrap up, okay? What's the advice for Taurus in this situation, please? Show me the advice for Taurus in this situation. So interesting. Okay. Advice for Taurus in this situation, please. Okay. Chariot. All right. Major Arcana for Cancer. So because you had so many signs come out, I'm not going to repeat them because, the people don't have to be these signs, but you have several signs coming out, which to me, again, is a signal that this could be a family and or work situation where you have multiple personalities at play. So any decision you would make regarding how you and this person connect would have a ripple effect, would have a secondary, tertiary effect on others around you. So if this was your mother and you decided to play hardball with her, or your father, whoever, it doesn't matter, and you decided to play hardball and put up some boundaries and make certain affirmations for yourself and kind of reestablish the precedence between you, that then could ruffle the feathers or really call into question or call you into question in the eyes of your siblings, if that makes sense, okay? But Chariot is the advice. I think being more decisive is the key. Because again, you're capable, Magus, but the situation, Two of Wands reverse, is not befitting. It doesn't feel right to you. It doesn't feel like the right time. Maybe you don't have the right words, or you're not necessarily at the right place and time in this connection to do what you want, right? Or say what you want, yes? And Strength in reverse, I think you are also physically drained, spiritually drained, or uncertain, confused. So the advice is clear this up. Clear this confusion up. Clear this stalemate up, or this stagnant energy, this feeling of, I don't know what to say. I know what I want, but I don't know how to phrase it. I know what I want, but my hands are tied. In some cases, this is a later message, but for some of you, this could be an issue over dominance, over who has the upper hand, and you might be playing against a person who's incredibly passive-aggressive, right? Regardless of what's going on, Chariot, be more decisive. And I suppose the key to knowing what to decide, or, well, I could play it this way or I could play it that way. What does your intuition tell you, Taurus? What do you know instinctively when it comes to the two options you have? What do you feel is going to serve you best in the long run? Not in a selfish way, not in an egotistical way. What's going to bring you peace? What's going to bring you solace? What's going to bring you contentment and comfort? Will it be having further and firmer boundaries with a person? Will it be limiting your contact to someone in a business relationship to only business, not taking personal calls, not mixing business with pleasure, right? Or will it be serving this person and serving the situation and kind of putting yourself on the back burner? That could be an option for you. Whatever it is, if it speaks to your soul, speaks to your spirit, that's the thing. That's the thing. Okay? Taurus, that's your reading for mid-August. If you like this reading, if you enjoyed it, if something resonated with you, leave a comment, leave a like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so before. That would be super cool. Taurus, if you want to find me for a personal reading, check in the description box. I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Take care.